Click the links to join the channel here over. Subscribe so I got a mailbox. Want to mail me some comics or some festive Christmas socks or something. So Netflix race swaps real life heroes and big pharma drama painkiller because it's current year. Yikes, my guy. So the Sacklers are an Israeli family company that are making pharmaceuticals that allegedly were overprescribed, and it's kind of a tough issue because heavy-duty painkillers really do have their uses in pain management, and it's difficult in prescribing them because everything is the patient's self-reported state of being. So it's kind of a tough issue all around. It's nuanced, but that's the legal argument. It's not the issue here. The entertainment aspect. So what's going on is a bunch of that's the replacement actor, Aduba or something like this, or Abba or something. She replaced. These are 3 out of 4. The other guy's some big blonde, I don't know, Catholic guy or Mormon guy or something. So what's going on is these 4 fair-skinned people who look like me. We're going after the Sacklers, who in the Netflix special, the Uba character refers to them as I don't know, evil white people or something. It's like, why did you include that line in the movie? Because we have a narrative to push. It's like, yeah, I know you have a narrative. We're all slowly learning about your narrative. So in the Netflix show, they swapped out the 4 Euro characters and just combined all the eternities into one poxwalks obese girl boss who don't need no man. Because Netflix just can't give any credit to people of your tribe, the beautiful people of the light. In fact, they have to take credit from your tribe and give it to the Pox Walks lady. It's weird. It's weird because it's like a cargo cult over in Hollywood where they view mostly the English people because they've created so many good stories, but just European people in general as some kind of Ubermensch, these gods that they have to mimic and swap out to go on that left-hand path. So here's the thing. Is race important? Because if it is, then give credit to the white people who made the case possible and did all the legwork in prosecuting it. And if race isn't important, then why did you change it? And obviously we know there's an issue because the swap is only from fair to dark. It is 90% of the swaps they do. By now, even normies are aware that Hollywood has an anti-white agenda. People are starting to just go down that rabbit hole a wee little bit. And it's going to be fascinating to see where it ends up. Don't say anything in the comments, fur fig. So let me ask them, why not change the Israeli family to black and make the prosecutors Chinese or whatever? I mean, why is it only one way? Why is Hollywood obsessed with this one Poxwalks brand of people? Hollywood loves this one special demographic, and Uza Aduba. And obviously hates the beautiful people of Europe. But oddly enough, Hollywood seems to ignore all the other races. It's just replace light for dark. But ultimately, if you pay for Netflix, then you're supporting these people, and they're not going to change. Netflix openly hates people of European descent, and they use these purse puppies, where of course they use them, because if you criticize them, then you're the istophobic Hugo Boss. I really kind of noticed this in 2015 when the Rose Tico character, and I mean Finn was there too, but I don't think people hated Finn as much. Maybe they didn't like the writing that was done for Finn in Star Wars, but Rose Tico, for some reason, she just annoyed a bunch of people, and people go, oh God, she was a stupidly written character as well. Some guy, the guy was going to go sacrifice himself, and she pushes a ship off course and crashes both ships. Like, what was the point of that? Why do you idiots write in Star Wars? God, every time I think about Star Wars, I just get pissed off. Like, what a waste of opportunity. Where was I going with this? Oh, they didn't like Rose Tico for whatever reason. They go, oh well, she's istophobic, or it's istophobic to not like her. It's like, wait a minute, is that your shield? It's like you can just use that shield for everything, so you don't actually have to write good characters. You can just put these people in there, and people are going to be very cautious in criticizing them. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, you can't force people to go to the movies, not yet at least. So which is the point? Because you just don't bother arguing with these people. It's pointless to deal with them when we don't even have the same definitions of words. They insist that their definitions are the correct ones, and obviously we insist our definitions are the correct ones. It's just getting getting to a weird place. So it should clue you in that they make this woke cancer for Netflix, for example, but it doesn't sell, and yet they keep making it as if it's a religion, a sacrifice to some dark, blood drinking gods of the fiery underworld. These people are anti white lizards. It's okay to discuss it, and it's a trip because these toxic left wing people seem to hate and be terrified of Euro people having in group preferences and seeing themselves as a tribe, like all these other groups see themselves as a tribe. But because they're attacking them as a group, they are starting to see themselves as a group. So the left wing is literally creating the groups that they say they hate. It's fascinating to watch, and it's awesome because if you're attacked as a group, then what's your option? Your only option is to defend yourself as a group, and you have to have in-group preferences to do that. So it's going to be interesting. And so far, it's allowed an alternative community and a marketplace to pop up. Comicsgate's one great example, and there's the Gab marketplace. Odyssey live streaming is taking off. It's these forming these communities around people who are just tired of this woke nonsense, which is in everything in the mainstream, as if they're all networking it together, and they have this book of unwritten rules. And when it comes down to it, you don't need Netflix or Disney. They're all this globalist, Marxist type of cancer. They're all anti-white, anti-nation, anti-family, anti-Christian. They're anti anything of order and structure. Anything that works, they have to throw a wrench into the gear. And if you support them, you're literally supporting people who hate you. Doctor Who just did it with Isaac Newton. How well did those episodes do? Replacing the Englishman with an Indian character. How insulting to the English community, who themselves are a tiny, at least global minority, who are constantly marginalized and oppressed by Hollywood. I mean, English can't possibly be the victims. But Hollywood is marginalizing, degrading, and dehumanizing them. That's the definition of oppression, is what Hollywood is doing to mostly people of European descent. And honestly, if you're non-European and you're one of these, you're put in the position of being a purse puppy, that's no compliment to the only reason you're put in as a character is because they're replacing the original characters. That's embarrassing. It should be embarrassing all the way around. But a lot of people, like, they're fighting this culture war. They just see it as tit for tat, and they go, oh well, Hollywood. I don't know, what did they say? What their argument is, like, Hollywood replaced actors, or Hollywood was too white for too long, or something. It's like, so your answer to the mistakes of earlier Hollywood is now revenge? I mean, knock yourself out. I mean, they're absolutely destroying an industry by doing this, which is great, because the more you learn about Hollywood, the more you learn it legitimately does need to be destroyed. There's nothing to be saved in Hollywood. It's like a structure is so infested with vermin that it's better to figuratively, nice try FBI, burn it down and build something in its place. And forming an alternative community, making movies, that's a pretty big investment hurdle to make a movie. Is at least $1 million, and then the distribution. It's like the companies that are already distributing movies have got to play along with it. Otherwise, you have to create that too. But I mean, the thing is, nowadays almost anything is possible when it comes to this. And it's like with Comicsgate, where the mainstream stuff was so bad, then an alternative industry popped up, and Hollywood is just taking hit after hit lately. And if they really don't turn around, and you got people with money in their pocket who want to see movies, people like that art form, eventually you will see alternative stuff pop up. And no, I don't mean the Shapiro Daily Wire garbage. That's just another variation of Blonde Man Bad, but it's just coming from Shapiro's community, and not that's not a true alt. That's a controlled ops type of thing. We're so based and conservative. It's like, yeah, what are you conserving? It's, hey, look, you made a movie about Blonde Man Bad. Was that Gina Carano movie? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to support Netflix. I think, isn't Netflix the ones who did Cuties? Oddly enough, that was another. You go, it's a French movie. No, actually, it was an African-Israeli combined movie. It was filmed in France, but it was not a French movie. Is this also tiresome? Guys, it is more tiresome than I had previously imagined. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for everyone over who's been Mr. Nature and Vegan and LG for the very cool festive Christmas pocket knife. I like the red, and I'll see you guys all next episode.